English for Real Secondary 2. Unit 1.
Page 6. Conversation. Hey, now that you're done with high school, I guess you're going to study medicine.
I've changed my mind. I would like to study civil engineering instead. What about you?
I'm going to study communication.
Great. Hey, now that your sister is done with high school, I guess she's going to take up journalism.
She has changed her mind. She would like to study accounting instead. What about you?
I'm going to study chemistry.
Great.
Pair up with a partner to make conversations according to the models above. Page 8. Reading. Sylvia's career plan. My name is Sylvia. I'm 17 years old. After my classical studies, I'm going to study diplomacy. My parents told me that I show promise in diplomacy because I speak 2 foreign languages already, French and Spanish. I speak English, but I'm not very good at it though. On the weekends, I go to Jungle Institute to learn English, and on Sundays in the afternoon, I go to an English club for practice. I also plan to visit the United States of America this year in order to improve my speaking skills in English. I would like to study journalism too. I think diplomacy and journalism have a connection. My classmates told me that studying diplomacy and journalism is not a good idea because diplomats and journalists are not well paid. But I believe that money is not all that matters. What matters is that you embrace a career that makes you feel happy. Reading vocabulary. Match the words to their respective definitions. A. Skills. B. Foreign language. C. Diplomacy. D. Embrace. E. Career. F. Improve. G. Well paid. H. Plan. I. Connection. J. Though. K. Journalism.
Page 12.
Listening. Number 1. Hi, Elise. Are you still going to the seminar?
Unfortunately, I can't. My brother is getting married today.
Number 2.
Hola, Carlos. Where are you from?
Well, I was born in Argentina, but I live in Mexico now. Number 3. Marta, are you still interested in studying medicine?
Well, I was considering majoring in computer science, but I finally opted for medicine.
Number 4.
Wow, Paul is studying so hard.
Yeah, he wants to do well at the final exam because he's graduating from high school next month. Number 5.
What do you know about Mr. Joseph?
Well, I know that he's been teaching at KEA University for years. Number 6.
Why is Johnny studying so hard?
Well, they say he'd like to major in medicine. Unit 2.
Page 14. Conversation 1. What's wrong with his sister?
She was fired from her job today.
Too bad. I hope she finds another job soon.
I hope so.
Make conversations according to the models.
Page 15. Conversation 2. What is this advertisement about?
TD Bank is looking for a manager.
Really? I'm going to apply for it.
Did you study management?
Yes, I graduated in management 2 years ago.
So, you have a good chance of being hired.
Pair up with a partner to make conversations according to the models.
Page 16.
Reading from Peterson. Hi, my name is Peterson. I graduated from high school 6 years ago, and now I'm working as an architect in a construction company. It's a well-paid position with fringe benefits. Given the quality of my work, my supervisor told me yesterday that I would be promoted to a higher position. My friends from high school think that I'm lucky. But when I think about all the hard work I had to put in, can we really call that luck? I remember while I was in high school, I had to take a part-time job in a restaurant. Part of my job was washing dishes. Every day I worked for maybe 5 hours. It was not glamorous. It was hard physical work and the pay was not appealing, but it taught me the value of money. Then when I graduated from high school, I worked 2 jobs, one as a babysitter in the morning and one at night as a gas station clerk. I did all this so I could save money to complete the money that my parents chipped in for my college studies. I think my success doesn't have anything to do with luck. It's the result of hard work and determination.
Page 18.
Reading vocabulary. A. Graduate. B. Architect. C. Fringe benefit. D. Supervisor. E. Part-time job. F. Glamorous. G. Appealing. H. Complete. I. Determination. J. Luck. K. To put in. L. To chip in. M. To wash. N. Gas station clerk. O. Well paid. P. Construction company.
Page 21. Listening.
Number 1.
What does John's father do for a living?
Well, he proofreads books at Maison Toussaint. Number 2.
Why don't you apply for this job?
Because I'm not graduate for that position. I'm an accountant, not a manager. Number 3.
The owner of that company must be an expert.
Actually, he's just a high school graduate. Number 4.
How qualified is your teacher?
Well, he has a degree in education. Number 5.
Hey, Peter, I heard that you work on minimum wages. Is it true?
Not at all. Actually, I work on commission. Number 6.
Tell me about Andre.
Well, that guy is a very hard worker. Unit 3.
Page 23. Conversation 1. Hi, what are you doing these days?
Well, I'm working in a hotel. I like it a lot because it's so interesting. And you? Are you still doing the same job?
Yes, but I don't like it because I have too much work to do.
Make conversations according to the model. Page 24. Conversation 2. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm great. Are you studying here?
Yes, I'm learning Spanish. Are you studying Spanish too?
No, I'm studying chemistry.
Good.
Pair up with a partner to make conversations according to the models.
Reading. Choosing a career. Many people choose their jobs based on the size of the salary offered. Personally, I disagree with the idea that money is the key consideration when deciding on a career because I believe that other factors are equally important. On the one hand, I agree that money is necessary in order for people to do certain stuff. For example, I need money to pay for the new apartment I'm living in. I also need money to pay for the internet I'm using to write this article. We need money for food, bills, healthcare, and education. Most people consider it a priority to at least earn a salary that allows them to cover these needs and have a reasonable quality of life. My co-tenant, who is painting now in his apartment, chose a career path that he loves. He's not rich, but he's living a happy life. He says as long as he can provide for his family, he's happy. So I believe that other considerations are just as important as what we earn in our jobs. Firstly, personal relationships and the atmosphere in a workplace are extremely important when choosing a job. Having a good manager or friendly colleagues, for example, can make a huge difference to workers' levels of happiness and general quality of life. Secondly, many people's feelings of job satisfaction come from their professional achievements, the skills they learn, and the position they reach, rather than the money they earn. Finally, some people choose a career because they want to help others and contribute something positive to society. In conclusion, while salaries certainly affect people's choice of profession, I do not believe that money outweighs all other motivators. Reading vocabulary. A. Recruit. B. Paycheck. C. Move out. D. Employer. E. Merge. F. Mentor. G. Resign. H. Overseas. I. Accept. J. Criticize. K. Elsewhere. L. Plentiful. M. Field. N. Reference. O. Current. P. Unusual. Q. Keep a stiff upper lip. R. Get stuck. S. Mortgage. T. Quit.
Page 31. Listening.
Number 1.
Nowadays, people are no longer guided by passion.
Yeah, people are mostly motivated by money these days. Number 2.
How come you're still working for MET, Wilson? They must pay you a ton of money out there.
Well, not really, but the atmosphere is so warm out there. We're like a family. Number 3.
Mr. Charles works so hard.
Yeah, he has a family to provide for. Number 4.
I heard that you're gonna have a promotion some of these days, Silvio.
I don't think so, but I hope to get a raise soon. Number 5.
How come you love teaching so much, Professor? Teaching isn't that rewarding.
Lady, teaching is one of the most rewarding professions. Number 6.
Why do you choose to be self-employed?
Because I want to work harder. Unit 4.
Page 33. Conversation 1. Hey, did you see Jennifer in the morning?
Yes, I did. While I was walking to the supermarket, I saw her. Why?
She had promised to help me with my homework this morning.
I'm sorry to hear that. I guess something happened to her.
Make conversations according to the models.
Page 34. Conversation 2. What's wrong with your knees?
I heard them yesterday.
How come?
I heard them while I was running.
Pair up with a partner to make conversations according to the models.
Page 35. Reading. January 2012. To whom it may concern. This letter is my personal recommendation for Sarah Powell. Until just recently, this letter is my personal recommendation for Sarah Powell. Until just recently, I've been Sarah's immediate supervisor for several years. I found her to be consistently pleasant, tackling all assignments with dedication and a smile. Besides being a joy to work with, Sarah is a take-charge person who is able to present creative ideas and communicate the benefits. She has successfully developed several marketing plans for a company that has resulted in increased revenue. During her tenure, she saw an increase in profits that exceeded $1 million. The new revenue was a direct result of the plans implemented by Sarah. Though she was an asset to our marketing efforts, Sarah was also extraordinarily helpful in other areas of the company. In addition to writing effective training modules for sales representatives, Sarah assumed a leadership role in sales meetings, inspiring and motivating other employees. I highly recommend Sarah for employment. She is a team player and would make a great asset to any organization. Sincerely, Sharon Farrell, Marketing Manager, MCH Network.
Page 36.
Reading vocabulary. Match the words to their respective definitions. A. Supervisor. B. Recently. C. Consistently. D. Pleasant. E. Tackle. F. Take charge person. G. Successfully. K. Result. L. Exceed. M. Tenure. N. Helpful. O. Implement. P. Revenue. Q. Leadership. R. Employee. S. Assume. T. Team player. U. Asset.
Page 39. Listening.
Number 1.
Have you heard the bad news?
Yeah, Joe had an accident yesterday. Number 2.
Paulo might not be able to play soccer anymore.
How come?
He broke his leg in a car accident last night.
Number 3.
John looks so strong and healthy these days.
Well, he works out on a regular basis. Number 4.
It seems that Max is bleeding.
Yeah, he's going to the hospital. Number 5.
Do you want some cold water, Paul?
No thanks. I don't drink cold water after eating. Number 6.
Tell me about Carla.
You mean the nurse? She works in a hospital downtown.
Unit 5. Page 41. Conversation 1. Did you send your letter? Yes, I did. What about him? He had sent his letter before I did. Make conversations according to the models.
Page 42. Reading. A car accident. It was a very cold morning, as there was a storm the previous night. That morning, as my mother was feeling a little under the weather, my sister volunteered to drive me to school. I had overslept, and as a result, I was running a bit late for school. My sister said, "Hurry up, Janie. Aren't you going to school?" We got into the car hurriedly. The road was already congested with traffic. It appeared that everyone was late as well. My sister was a careful driver, and despite the fact that I was already late, she refused to drive fast on the slippery road. I was lucky. She was such a resolute and careful person, because a few hundred meters away from the school, we witnessed a traffic accident. It all happened very quickly, as most accidents do. A car full of school children had made a left turning without signaling, and as a result, a school bus crashed into it. A few cars behind the school bus rammed into the bus as they could not brake in time, and soon it became a pileup. The already congested road became jammed with vehicles that came to a crawl. I told my sister that I wanted to help the victims, and she did it silently. She brought the car to a halt not too far from the accident spot. The scene that greeted us was something I would never forget. It left an indelible imprint in my mind to date. The impact of the accident had plunged 3 school children out of the car. The driver, a lady, lay lifeless on the steering wheel. I rushed to the children, who were preschoolers. 2 of them were seriously hurt and bleeding profusely from the head and hands. They were conscious, although too weak to realize what had happened. One of them had her left hand severe and appeared unconscious. I think she was killed on the spot. My sister wanted to call the ambulance and the police, but someone told her that passers-by had already called them. While waiting, we tried as best as possible to help the victims.
Page 44. Reading vocabulary. A. Oversleep. B. Congest. C. Resolute. D. Storm. E. Witness. F. crash. G, previous. H, ram. I, quote. J, break. K, jam. L, indelible. M, nod. N, halt. O, rush. P, preschooler. Q, plunge. R, lifeless. S, passers-by. T, profusely. Page 51, listening.
Number 1.
I'm not going to the beach anymore.
Why?
It's raining out there.
Number 2.
How's the traffic this morning?
Heavy as hell. Number 3.
Paul, isn't it cold to drive on slippery roads?
Come on, girl. It's weather dangerous. Number 4. You're such a careful driver, Anna.
Yeah, that's why I'm less likely to have accidents.
Number 5.
Isn't your father a taxi driver, Pete?
Nope, my dad is a bus driver. Number 6.
There's been such a terrible accident on the national road. A motorcyclist got deadly hit by a truck. And according to a police officer, the bus driver is to blame.
Unit 6. Page 53. Conversation 1. Who put up this box here? I think it was put here by Serge. Make conversations according to the models. Page 54. Conversation 1. Shall I move the boxes now?
No, that's okay. They have already been sent.
I would like to help. Should I sweep the floor?
No, don't worry. It's already been swept.
Complete the following conversations according to the model.
Page 55. Reading. A trip to the emergency room. I am Sylvia. I work at a restaurant. One night, I was cleaning up the dining room when I slipped on the wood floor and I hurt my right foot. I couldn't move my foot, and my boss decided it would be best if I went to the emergency room at the hospital. I hate going to the doctor, so imagine how afraid I was. I couldn't walk, so my friends carried me to the car and put me in the back seat. I was hurt, but my injury wasn't serious enough to call an ambulance. When I got to the ER, the waiting room was packed full of people with problems more serious than mine. One person had been mugged, attacked, and beaten badly. He had 2 black eyes and a broken nose. Another guy had accidentally mixed 2 prescription drugs and said he was waiting to have his stomach pumped. How horrible! As I waited patiently, my foot began to swell. I put ice on my foot to reduce the swelling, but it was no use. Not only could I not walk, but I also began to think that my foot was broken as well. I waited for 2 hours because my problem was not life-threatening, as well as the doctors saw other patients before me. When the nurse called my name, my friend had to put me in a wheelchair because I still couldn't walk. The doctor looked at my foot and said that he didn't think it was broken. He took several x-rays. I had to wait another couple of hours for the results. The doctor was right. My foot was not broken, but my ankle was sprained. He wrapped my foot in a bandage, gave me a prescription for painkillers, lent me crutches, and sent me home.
By the time I went to bed, it was 5 in the morning. I was so tired.
I was happy that my foot was not broken, even though the doctor said that sprains are often more painful than broken bones. I couldn't work for 2 weeks, and because the accident happened on the clock, I got paid for all the days I missed.
Page 57.
Reading vocabulary. Match the words to their respective definitions. A. Mug. B. Mix. C. Swell. D. X-ray. E. Sprain. F. Backseat. G. Crutch.
Page 60. Listening.
Number 1.
Which one of Natalie's leg is broken?
I think the right one is. Number 2.
Is the patient still in the waiting room?
No, he's in the emergency room now. Number 3. Charlene, why don't you like to visit hospitals?
Well, I don't feel comfortable with doctors.
Number 4. Whom did Martha call after the accident? An ambulance?
Nope, she called the police.
Number 5.
Why don't you put a bandage on your foot to reduce the swelling, Linda?
Well, let me drink some pills instead.
Number 6. It seems that the doctor prescribed some vitamin to Julia.
I don't think so. Those pills look like painkillers.
Unit 7.
Page 62. Conversation 1. What are you up to today? Nothing serious. I feel bored. What if we go to the beach? It's a good idea. Let's go to the beach. Wait for me. I'm going to get ready. Make conversations according to the model. Page 63. Conversation 2. Good morning. Welcome to the Grand Woodward Hotel. Good morning. I would like to make a reservation for the 3rd week in September. Do you have any vacancies? Yes, sir. We have several rooms available for that particular week. Tell me the exact date of your arrival, please. The 24th. How many people is the reservation for? There will be 2 of us. How many rooms do you need? Only 1. And would you like a room with twin beds or double bed? A double bed, please. Great. And would you prefer to have a room with a view on the ocean? No. Your room is $590 per night. Now, what name will the reservation be listed under? Charles Anningham. Spell your last name for me, please. Sure. H-A-N-N-I-G-H-A-N. And is there a phone number when you can be contacted? Yes. My phone number is 5526386. Use the information below to make a conversation with a partner model after the conversation above. Page 65.
Reading. Being on an airplane. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the crew, I ask that you please direct your attention to the monitors above as we review the emergency procedures. There are 6 emergency exits on this aircraft. Take a minute to locate the exit closest to you. Note that the nearest exit may be behind you. Count the number of rows to this exit. Should the cabin experience sudden pressure loss, stay calm and listen for instructions from the cabin crew. Oxygen masks will drop down from above your seat. Place the mask over your mouth and nose like this. Pull the strap to tighten it. If you are traveling with children, make sure that your own mask is on first before helping your children. In the unlikely event of an emergency landing and evacuation, leave your carry-on items behind. Life rafts are located below your seats, and emergency lighting will lead you to your closest exit and slide. We ask that you make sure that all carry-on luggage is stored away safely during the flight. While we wait for takeoff, please take a moment to review the safety data card in the seat pocket in front of you.
Page 66.
Reading vocabulary. A. Direct. B. On behalf of. C. Aircraft. D. Monitor. E. Locate. F. Strap. G. Unlikely. H. Takeoff. I. Stowaway. J. Oxygen mask. K. Row. L. Tighten.
Page 69.
Number 1.
There seems to be no emergency exit on the airplane.
Come on. There are at least 7 emergency exits on the airplane. Number 2.
Who's reviewing the instructions with the passengers? The pilot?
Actually, the stewardess is. Number 3.
Should the passengers share their oxygen mask?
No need. There's one for each one of them. Number 4. Are you traveling alone, Kathy?
No way, I'm taking my kids with me.
Number 5. Has the plane already taken off?
I think it's about to.
Number 6.
Now that the plane has landed, you don't need to keep your safety belt fastened.
Okay, let me unbuckle it. Unit 8.
Page 71. Conversations. What do you think of Danielle and Ricardo? I think Danielle is more intelligent than Ricardo. What about Pierre? I think Pierre is the most intelligent of the 3. What do you think of Jamila and Katia? I think Jamila is prettier than Katia. What about Françoise? I think Françoise is the prettiest of the 3. What do you think of Wishnell and Wesley? I think Wishnell is a better player than Wesley. What about James? I think James is the best player of the 3. Make conversations according to the models. Page 72.
Reading. Immigration. The United States of America has long been the world's chief receiving nation for immigrants. An immigrant is a person who leaves his or her country to settle and live in another country. Over the years, many millions of people have uprooted and left family and friends to move to America. Some left their lands not because they knew that life in America would be more beautiful or easier, but because they feared for their lives due to dangers present in their home countries. For example, many immigrants left countries that were at war or that didn't give them the freedom to practice their faith. Immigrants also left their native lands if they couldn't find work or enough food to live. Whatever the reason, immigrants usually have had to make the toughest decisions, leaving behind a life that is familiar for one that is unknown. The United States was founded by immigrants. From the 1600s through 1775, European colonists settled in the land that is now the United States. Most of these immigrants were from England. Others arrived from France, Germany, Ireland, Scotland, and Spain. Many of these colonists came here looking for economic opportunities. They wanted better land to farm or better work. Others came to escape religious persecution. Some were even convicts brought over from English jails. West Africans also immigrated to the American colonies, but they came against their will. They were captured, sold into slavery, and shipped to the colonies. Since the United States was established in the late 1700s, it has seen waves of immigration from Europe, Asia, Africa, the Caribbean countries, and Mexico. Since the United States was established in the late 1700s, it has seen waves of immigration from Europe, Asia, Africa, the Caribbean countries, and Mexico. Most immigrants have come to America with the hope of building a better life. However, they were sometimes met with hatred by the people already living in the country who feared the economic and cultural impacts of these newcomers. While this discrimination and the economic downfall of the Great Depression had a negative effect on immigration, American immigration has managed to survive.
Page 75.
Reading vocabulary. A. Tough. B. Convict. C. Capture. D. Ship. E. Uproot. F. Fear. G. Faith. H. Found. I. Colonist. J. Escape. K. Jail. L. Slavery. M. Wave. N. Economic downfall. O. Hatred.
Page 82. Listening.
Number 1.
The number of immigrants to the United States is decreasing.
Yeah, they are receiving less and less. Number 2.
How is life in the United States?
Well, not about ice, but almost everybody believe it's better out there. Number 3,
What motivates people to leave their countries?
mostly jobs. Number 4,
Haiti is not in any position to receive immigrants, is it?
we used to in the past though. Number 5,
What generally happens to the immigrants?
sometimes they end up in jail. Number 6,
Where's that deported from?
Germany. Unit 9.
Page 84. Conversation 1. What do you do on Sundays? I play pool. No kidding. Yeah, actually, I'm very good at playing pool. Make conversations according to the model. Page 85. Conversation 2. What do you do on Sundays? I work on Sundays. Man, you're such a hard worker. Well, I have no choice. I have a lot of bills to pay. I'm glad I'm not in your shoes. Make conversations according to the model.
Reading. Jacmel. Founded in 1698, Jacmel is a beautiful, picturesque town in Haiti, located in the southeast part of the country, only 2 hours driving and 15 minutes by plane from the capital, Port-au-Prince. The road to Jacmel is among the best in the country, and driving to Jacmel can be an experience on its own, as you get the chance to truly enjoy the breathtaking views of the many lush, majestic mountains, up and down valleys as far as the eyes can see. Jacmel is also known for its 19th century colonial houses, which were inhabited by wealthy coffee merchants. Still preserving all the charms of yesteryear, the city of New Orleans in the USA was designed after Jacmel. Bassin Bleu. Jacmel possesses one of the most diverse coastlines in the Caribbean, ranging from white as snow to dark as charcoal beaches. Rivers and falls are bound to mesmerize everyone who's laid eyes on them. When you hike to Bassin Bleu, the pristine, natural, unspoiled Mother Nature, little hidden secret, your path is in the middle of almond trees, mangoes, coconuts, and apricots. Not the common apricots, but the famously delicious apricots that are endemic to the island of Hispaniola. You hear birds singing, colorful lizards crossing your path, goats and sheep are roaming in the wild, and the sun mistling through the tall mapu branches. You hear the river every year. You hear the river very near, but you still have to hike a little more, and even more to finally get to it. The view that surrounds you is something that you'd expect to see in a postcard. Bassin Bleu is truly a wonder, and no matter how many pictures are posted on the internet, you absolutely have to experience it to believe it. And no matter how many pictures are posted on the internet, you absolutely have to experience it yourself to believe it.
Page 88.
Reading vocabulary. A. Possess. B. Famously. C. Inhabit. D. Diverse. E. Southeast. F. Breathtaking. G. Preserve. H. Endemic. I. Wonder. J. Surround. K. Hike. L. Locate. M. Mesmerize. N. Picturesque. O. Coastline. P. Rome.
Page 94. Listening.
Number 1,
Are the tourists still going to Jacmel?
they would like to. Number 2, what do you think about driving to Jacmel at night, caller?
Well, it's not safe at all. It's rather dangerous.
Number 3, how's your hometown, Sandra?
It's a wonderful place.
Number 4,
Do you think that Jacmel is more attractive than Nekai?
I don't think so. Number 5, what do you think about people from Jacmel, Katie?
They're very nice people. I have lots of friends from there.
Number 6, which city produces more food, Christine? Jeremy or Jacmel?
I think Jeremy does.
Number 7, What makes Jacmel so famous? Its landscape?
Nope, it's seashores.
Unit 10.
Page 96. Conversation 1. Model 1. What are some things you enjoy doing every day? I enjoy watching movies. And I also enjoy playing soccer. Model 2. What are some things she hates doing every day? She hates eating the same food. And she also hates going shopping every day. Make conversations according to the models. Page 97. Conversation 2. What are you up to? I'm going to learn how to drive. Well, driving a car is no big deal. Yes, but still you need to learn how to do it. Make conversations according to the model. Page 98. Conversation 3. Model 1. What is something you're thinking of doing next year? I'm thinking of traveling to the USA. Good luck then. Model 2. What is something you're considering doing next year? I am considering moving out. Make conversations according to the models.
Reading. Race to the Moon. It is 1961 and the Soviet Union has just launched the first man into space. President Kennedy responds by saying, "I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safe to the Earth." Achieving this goal is not going to be easy, but Kennedy wants to show that America can defeat the Soviet Union in the space race. Both countries are sworn enemies fighting the Cold War, which will last for decades. Between 1963 and 1965, the Soviets launched the first woman and the first three-man crew and do the first spacewalk. But the US remains confident it can meet Kennedy's challenge. Then, tragedy strikes. On January 27, 1967, the crew of Apollo 1, Virgil Gus Grissom, Edward White II, and Roger Chaffee were killed in a fire on the launch pad. On April 23rd, the Soviets experienced the death of a cosmonaut when his spacecraft's re-entry parachute fails. Both space programs halt flight for a year. By the time NASA restarts its space program, the Soviets already have their next missions underway. Unlike the Americans, the Soviets work in secret.
Page 100.
Reading vocabulary. A. Lunch. B. Swear. C. Strike. D. Cosmonaut. E. Spacecraft. F. Launchpad. G. Space. H. Defeat. I. Remain. J. Meet. K. Decade. L. Land.
Page 104.
Number 1. Sam is not the kind of guy to give up easily.
Yeah, he's a fighter.
Number 2. Linda is a philanthropist.
Yeah, she loves to help people in need.
Number 3.
What do you think about cell phones, James?
Sorry to disappoint you, but I think they complicate life. Number 4. Kathy, you are so interested in science.
Of course I am, and I believe I'll be able to fly to the moon someday.
Number 5.
What's your favorite kind of movie, Rodrigue?
I'm crazy for science fiction movies. Number 6. Will you take the train to Chicago, Marsha?
Nope, I'd rather take a boat.
Unit 11.
Page 106. Conversation 1. What's your biggest goal in life? Becoming a successful civil engineer. How do you plan to achieve that goal? Studying hard and doing a lot of research. Make conversations according to the model. Page 107. Conversation 2. Who do you count on to help you reach your goal? My parents and my teachers. Why? Because my parents will support me financially and emotionally, but my teachers will support me academically. Make conversations according to the model.
Page 108. Reading. Back to school. By attending college, I'm finally going to accomplish my goal of graduating from college. Now that I'm enrolled, I will not give up. I will achieve 3 major goals. The first one is to finally receive my college degree. The second one is to make my kids proud of their mother. And finally, being able to show my grandkids and everyone else to never give up and accomplish what they set their mind to do. I will also finally achieve my long-term goal, which is to major in business management. Ever since I was old enough to really think about my future plans and goals, I have always wanted to attend and graduate from college. When I first thought about going to college, I wanted to be a bilingual educator for special ed kids. As I got older, I realized that my interests started to change and that bilingual educator for special ed kids did not interest me as much as it once did. There was a period in time where I was undecided in what to major in. Nevertheless, I knew that I was going to attend college whether I entered with a major or as undecided. Recently, I realized that I was interested in business, and I was anxious to know and learn more about it. By going back to school, I know that I will be able to help my daughter since her major is also business. I want to set a good example for my children and grandchildren. I want to let them know that we should never give up on goals. Page 110, Reading Vocabulary. Match the word to their respective definitions. A. Accomplish. B. Enroll. C. Attend. D. Grandkids. E. Undecided. F. Anxious. G. Set. H. Long-term goal. I. Bilingual educator. J. Interest.
Page 113.
Number 1.
Basketball is your favorite sport, right?
Nope, soccer is. Number 2.
What are you going to do after church?
I'm going dancing. Number 3.
Hey, Franz, what's your plan for this summer?
I'm going camping. Number 4. Are you going out with your boyfriend this weekend?
No, I'm going to the movies with my best friend.
Number 5. How often do you go to the beach?
Almost every weekend.
Number 6.
Will you be free tomorrow afternoon?
No, I have an invitation for Jim's wedding ceremony.
Unit 12. Page 115. Conversation 1. In your opinion, what positive impact a soccer player has on people? Well, I think he entertains the fan and he inspires the youth. I think you are right. Make conversations according to the model. Page 116. Conversation 2. How do you plan to impact your community? I'd like to become an excellent teacher in order to educate people. Excellent idea. Make conversations according to the model.
Page 117. Reading. Cyber socialization. I often visit a cyber cafe which is in my neighborhood. It offers a good environment for the customers and net surfers. The name of this cyber cafe is Maison. It is few minutes away from my house. It is on the 3rd floor of the Shoppers Heaven Market. There I can print out documents, use the internet, and also buy something to drink. Though I have internet connection at my home, I often go there if my internet connection is not available. I usually go there 2 or 3 times in a week and enjoy the environment they offer. There, I can also purchase some computer accessories like USB cable, DVD, and CD discs, etc. 5 years ago, the internet was a luxury because very few people could access it, but now, thanks to cyber cafes and technologically advanced devices, almost anybody can access it. People go to cyber cafes for different reasons: to print out documents, to chat with friends online, look for jobs online, make long distance calls, play video games, or get something to drink. Nowadays, we can even check our accounts, do banking transactions, and book a flight online. Sometimes you need to check emails, send documents, and sometimes the emergency requires you to use internet immediately, but you don't have access to internet. That's where the cyber cafes plays an important role. They have all the arrangement for using internet, and you can use it by paying the hourly bill, which is not expensive at all. By Alisa. Page 119. Reading vocabulary. Match the words to their respective definitions. A. Printout. B. Net surfer. C. Neighborhood. D. Access. E. Luxury. F. Purchase. G. Device. H. Book. I. Long distance call. J. Emergency. K. Hourly bill.
Page 123.
Number 1. Where do you usually do your research, Carla?
Well, I usually go to the cyber cafe.
Number 2. Whom do you think is a better entertainer? A soccer player or a singer?
I think a singer is.
Number 3.
Or what do you think about cyber cafes, Max?
They'll be obsolete soon. Number 4.
What would you choose, online or on campus studies?
I'd prefer online studies. Number 5.
Who do you think is more important, Sam? A teacher or an engineer?
Well, actually, both are important, but I think a teacher is more important. Number 6.
What do you think about internet?
Well, even if internet is very useful, it is nevertheless dangerous. Number 7.
Do you think that they need internet, Roland?
I think they do. Unit 13.
Page 125. Conversation 1. Did you used to go to the library when you were young?
Yes, I used to go to the library on the weekends.
Did she used to go swimming when she was young?
Yes, she used to go swimming every Saturday.
Make conversations according to the models. Page 125. Conversation 2. Did Sandra clean the room?
No, I told her to clean her room, but she wouldn't clean it.
Did your sister make her bed?
No, I told her to make her bed, but she wouldn't make it.
Page 126. Reading. Community service. This year, I had the opportunity to give back to the community in many ways. I volunteered at Helping Hands, Meals on Wheels, and the county's Science Museum. Helping Hands has helped my family in the past. Several years ago, my family was struggling with income, and Helping Hands was generous enough to help us pay our electric bill. I chose to volunteer at Helping Hands because I wanted to give back to the program. At the time, it seemed like there was little value in sorting piles of toys, but then the manager shared with me that many children would be very happy to receive these toys for Christmas. This one comment helped me to put it all into perspective. My parents used to give me toys on Christmas. I'm sure they were gifts from Helping Hands. So volunteering isn't about me. It is about bringing joy to families who are suffering, giving hope to the hopeless. I also had the privilege of helping with the Meals on Wheels. My grandfather used to be a Meals on Wheels recipient, and he would share with me how he enjoyed looking forward to their company and a hot meal daily. It was very rewarding delivering hot meals to people who didn't used to have one on a daily basis. While delivering the meals, people would go up to me and share their frustrations. Overall, it was a very humbling experience. At the Science Museum, I helped take inventory as well as help prepare for community services such as the Science Nights and Boy Scout and Girl Scout campaigns. When I was young, I used to participate in Girl Scout campaigns they hosted. I remember how the volunteers worked hard cooking our breakfast and helping with the activities. It was very rewarding to be on the giving end instead of the receiving end. The Science Nights, which are free to the public, are a good outreach to the young students in the community. I volunteered at several different organizations so I could personally interact with the community in more than one way. I chose these particular organizations because they have personally touched my life in a positive way, and I wanted to give back and make it possible to reach out to others. I learned that there is not a job or act of service that is too small. For each act must be done for a community to prosper. From Ellen. Page 129, Reading Vocabulary. Match the words to their respective definitions. A. Struggle. B. Income. C. Value. D. Give back. F. Manager. G. Rewarding. H. Humbling. I. Hopeless. J. Comment. K. Boy Scout. L. Overall. M. Girl Scout. N. Outreach. O. Interact. P. Prosper.
Page 131.
Number 1.
What do you think about Philip?
Well, he's a very generous guy. Number 2.
What was the priest preaching about?
Well, he encouraged the rich to give back. Number 3.
Who are you going to share your Christmas toys with, Una?
I plan to share with poor kids. Number 4.
Did the pastor encourage people to share?
I don't think so. Actually, he claimed that the more you give, the more you lose. Number 5. Sylvain, as a teacher, what's the best thing you can share? Well, my man, the only thing a teacher can share is his knowledge. Number 6.
Do you like to help, John?
Of course I do. You know, I prefer to help than be helped. Unit 14.
Page 133. Conversation 1. Do you mind if I smoke?
I'm sorry, but the sign says that people must not smoke here.
Do you mind if I drink some alcohol here?
I'm sorry, but the sign says people must not drink alcohol here.
Make conversations according to the models. Page 134. Conversation 2. I'm not going to church today.
I think you should go to church if you want to receive blessings.
I'm not going to school today.
I think you should go to school if you want to be well educated.
Make conversations according to the models.
Page 135. Reading. 3 things you should do before anything else in your hotel room. When you arrive in a hotel room, all you want to do is kick off your shoes and relax. But before you lie down on the bed, there are 3 things you should do before anything else. Your health and safety may depend on it. Check for bed bugs. You should scrutinize your mattress, bed frame, and headboard. You're looking for small brown stains. Bed bugs are hard to see. They hide during the day and can run away quickly when disturbed. They leave behind brown blood stains when after sucking the blood of their victims. Be sure to check under the sheets and mattress pad too. Sanitize. Your room may look clean, but that doesn't mean it's sanitary. Hotel cleaners may scrub the bathroom, but do they take the time to wipe properly items such as remote controls, light switches, and doorknobs? You must give these items a quick cleaning with an antibacterial wipe to stay healthy during your visit. Check hiding spots. Before letting your guard down in your locked hotel room, you really must check these hiding spots. You really must check these hiding spots to make sure you really are alone. Under the bed, in the closet, and in the shower. An intruder may be lying in wait, or something more gruesome may surprise you. You think I'm being alarmist? Maybe, but police reports list a number of actual incidents in which guests checked into a hotel, complained about a horrible odor in the room, and later discovered a human body hidden under the bed or mattress. They had literally been sleeping on top of a corpse. Now, who's the alarmist? Page 137. Reading vocabulary. Match the words to the respective definitions. A. Kick off your shoes. B. Safety. C. Scrutinize. D. Mattress. E. Health. F. Lie down. G. Relax. H. Bedbug. I. Headboard. J. Suck. K. Bloodstains. L. Scrub. M. Wipe. N. Sanitary. O. Light switch. P. Doorknob. Q. Antibacterial. R. Intruder. S. Alarmist. T. Gruesome. U. Corpse.
Page 141. Listening.
Number 1.
Do you wash your hands before eating?
Always. Number 2. Is it time to go to school, Sasha?
You know, I never leave my room uncleaned.
Number 3.
Are you smoking in there, Donald?
No way, Mom. You know I never smoke in my room. Number 4.
There seems to be plenty of bedbugs around.
It's obvious. Look at one. Number 5.
It's getting late, John. We need to find a place to sleep.
Well, the safest place around to sleep is a hotel room. Number 6. Hey, you speak too loud. We're in a hospital. Number 7.
Hey, Ricardo, you've been speaking on the phone for more than an hour.
Don't worry, I'll be safe. Unit 15.
Page 143. Conversation 1. Where should we go to eat today?
Let's go to eat at Jerry's.
Why don't we go to Le Coin instead?
Jerry's is less expensive than Le Coin.
Where should we go shopping today?
Let's go shopping at D-Mart.
Why don't we go to John Market?
D-Mart is less expensive than John Market.
Make conversations according to the models. Page 144. Conversation 2. What do you think about Bob Department Store in D-Mart?
There's no difference. Bob Department Store is as good as D-Mart.
What do you think about Jennifer Lopez and Beyonce?
There is no difference. Jennifer Lopez is as beautiful as Beyonce.
Make conversations according to the models.
Page 145. Reading. Leela's. While in Miami, my boyfriend was interested in trying some Haitian food. We went straight to a friend for suggestions and learned there were many good Haitian restaurants in Miami. However, none of them is as good as Lila's. We took an Uber to Lila, Haiti, and got dropped off right in front of Lila's. It is located in a shopping center across from a library. We walked right in and were greeted by the sweetest lady I had ever met, who I presume to be the owner of the restaurant. I heard customers call her Lila. As we were sitting down, she told us that we made a good choice, that the other restaurant's food is not as good as the food they serve at Lila's. She also said that their food is much less expensive. We told her it was our first time trying Haitian food and she offered us some suggestions. I ordered the griot, which is fried pork chunks, with a plate of rice and peas, tostones, and vegetables. My boyfriend ordered the poulet, which is stewed chicken, with a plate of rice and peas, tostones, and vegetables. All I could say is, OMG! We both devoured our meals. Asian cuisine is less spicy than Latin food. The meat was seasoned so well with delicious flavors and cooked to perfection. The rice and peas were served with a sauce to pour over the side that complemented the dish. And the toasted and vegetables, my goodness, both meals were excellent. Both of our meals and a Haitian beer came out to be only $21, which is good in comparison to Miami prices. I will definitely stop by here anytime I'm in Miami. By Sophia. Page 147. Reading vocabulary. Match the words to their respective definitions. A. Owner. B. Great. C. Other. D. Customer. E. Presume. F. Suggestion. G. Drop off. H. Devour. I. Compliment. J. Flavor. K. Season. L. Tostone. M. OMG. N. Stop by. O. Spicy.
Page 151. Listening.
Number 1.
What's your favorite food, Nico?
Well, even if Chinese food is cheap, I prefer Haitian food. Number 2.
Want a beer, Stanley?
No way, I never drank after eating. Number 3.
Don't you think that Haitian food is too spicy, Trank?
I don't know, but it's really delicious. Number 4.
How are the Haitian restaurants appreciated in Miami?
A lot. They often go to Haitian restaurants there. Number 5.
What do you think about cold drinks, doctor?
It's unhealthy, especially after eating. Number 6.
Are you taking fried chicken, Nico?
Nope, only salad, please. Number 7. Why do you always avoid alcohol, Martha?
I think it's offensive.